Alright guys, this time we have a NU battle. It's a really fun match against a really original player, DustoXKing. I will leave the link to his YouTube in the description. I suggest you check him out even if it kills you. And yeah, my live cam has done it again. It failed to record the battle when I was recording it live. I mean, I did record the video, a video file was produced, but it gave me a 0-second video. It's been happening a lot more recently. So if anyone who's using live cam, Microsoft Live Cam VX something 1000, and if you know how to fix the problem, please try to contact me over MSN, AIM or Skype. I have the IM addresses on my channel, and if you can help me out, I would really appreciate it. And here's another question: what is that trainer code thing, and where do I go to change it? I sound like a damn kid there. Hello, regards. Anyway, since this is on a battle recorder, I decided to speed this up by ×2 instead of the usual ×4. I leave my ice mask. It's just a renamed version of my ice eyes, because apparently there's really a sensitive issue behind ice eyes according to Forever, so I'm kind of forced to rename it. I was predicting Stealth Rocks or Sucker Punch or something, which is why I went for the spikes. I do survive the Stepstone Age though, my ice eyes that is, and I'll decide to save it for later. Send out my Pyova Plummets, my only rock resist on the team, I know. And I'm just gonna go for the Drain Punch because I know that A is too early to set up in the game, and B, if I went for the bulk up, I'd basically die. So I'm just gonna go for the bulk up here because I'm half predicting a switch, but I don't want to go for the Ice Punch and do crap damage to that Sudowoodo and then get Stone Age to death. Which is why I went for the bulk out, and now I'm kind of predicting Will-O-Wisp, which is why I went to my Solar Core because I do have Natural Cure on this thing. And I'm just gonna go for the Reflect because both of his guys that I've seen so far are physical, which is why I went for the Reflect. Now I'm kind of worried about the Earthquake and or Wood Hammer, but he Sucker Punches, which is the least of my worries. And why am I lagging so much even though this is only sped up ×2? Anyway, predicting the Energy Ball, I go to my Hunter type S0 to resist it, but thanks to that stupid ability Tinted Lens, it still does a whole ass load to my bulky type S0 Pidgeot. I mean, it's such a broken ability, that thing. It defeats the whole rock paper scissors thing gameplay style of Pokemon, but I'm being biased because I'm on the receiving end of it, and I choose the worst time to ever to fly, and then I get static hacks for flying on the wrong turn. But I suppose that saves me from his toxic, but it's not. I'm gonna stay on a Manectric anyway because those things are well known for having subs, and even though this is DustoXKing we're talking about here, I'm not willing to take that chance. I send out my Peekaboo and he effing thunders me. That just scared the balls out of me. I mean, if he had thunder, he could have used it earlier while I was flying and then hit my S0 for, I don't know, it would just have killed my S0, especially since it is physically defensive. And thank God he did not know that thunder could hit a flying Pokemon, otherwise my S0 would be fried by now. And my Peekaboo gets paralyzed on the switch in and then gets the immediate Parahex on the thunder, so my Peekaboo didn't get to do anything. And if you could see Peekaboo's face, he'll be like, "Fuck you, DustoXKing! Fuck you! I didn't get to do anything!" So I'm gonna send out my Ice Mask again because I don't have anything else on my team that fancies taking a Stab Thunder from a Manectric. And that stupid explosion still doesn't kill. Just And I'm gonna send out my Glaceon again, hoping that his Thunder misses or that he goes for his Hidden Power, and then I can go for the sub, get my Salax Berry, outspeed it, and then Ice Beam it. Thankfully he does not go for the Thunder because if it hit and got the Parahex, I will be a very angry X-Square. And I'm just gonna go for the Ice Beam. It's not going to take an Ice Beam from my Glaceon at that kind of health. Neither is this Feather, even though it is at nearly full, because I do have base on 30 special attack, base 95 power, stab, Ice Beam. I know I should be more enthusiastic, but I thought I heard someone coming home and that would be really creepy, but Anyway, that stupid Feather gets one-shotted, and out comes a stupid Octopus, which is the stupidest animal on Earth because it has all those stupid tentacles for God knows what. It spits out all that black gunk. But yeah, whatever. I know I can't put my hatred for Octopus in a rational way, but I just hate them, okay? And I'm just gonna go to my Pyopar Climax and Drain Punch it dead, because I know those things are slow as hell and I can get some kind of HP back with Drain Punch. And now comes that pain in the air domain again. He's gonna go for the ominous win, something I did not expect at all, but you always have to expect the unexpected when you're battling DustoXKing. And here I thought, yeah, I can so go for the bulk up and then Ice Punch it and recover stall it maybe. But no, he outspeeds me. He goes for the ominous win. It does a lot more than I can manage. And I'm gonna send out my S0 Hunter right now just to be immune to that ominous win. Like, how does that work again? You throw a pigeon into a twister and you see what happens to that pigeon. And my S0 is immune to ominous win. Pidgeot is therefore the best bird in the game, and everyone should agree with me because you should die if you don't. And I'm just gonna go for the whirlwind here. I didn't really know what that Stantler would want to do, so I went for the whirlwind to scout, and it works out well for me since it does get the Calm Mind, which I immediately whirlwind away. Now that's a twister for you. And I'm gonna send out my Pyopar Plummets just to pretty much just die, death fordering him, and Pyopar falls to the might of DustoXKing using a Venomoth. What a traitor! I mean, yeah, I do use other evolutions, but not without Glaceon. And here I'm thinking, yeah, I can send out my Corsola and set up my light screen, but no. I thought he was choice, but he wasn't. I wasn't paying attention to his HP bar at all, and I was just like, argh. Anyway, I'm just gonna go for the fly now because that's pretty much the only thing I can do, because I can't toxic that thing and it's too early to be roosting. And I get paralyzed in midair and then come crashing down. And it's odd how I don't hurt myself, because my Pidgeot was in the air a moment ago and then in a second he's crashed to the ground and he was like, "Hi X Square, I crashed to the ground because I'm paralyzed. How are you?" "I'm fine." It doesn't make sense, but it works in my favor anyway. And he's gonna ominous win me and then die on his own, and I thankfully don't get the Parahex here, which means I get to lift off in the air and hopefully and potentially avoid an Intimidate from that stupid Stantler. But as you can see, it's not gonna work here because the Intimidate is still gonna work. How the hell does that work? I'm in the air with a sniper rifle or maybe AK-47 and I go, "Yeah, there is a deer down there and I can so strike it, but it's so cute, therefore I'm so scared of it and I shall lower my attack." How does that work? I'm sorry, I cannot accept that, and because of that stupid Intimidate, my fly, even though stabbed, doesn't quite do anything. And I get Parahex here, totally irrelevant. Not totally irrelevant, since he did tell me that he had Toxic on this Calm Minding thing, and if he had landed that Toxic on me, oh god, things would have gotten really, really ugly. And yeah, I'm just gonna go for the rules. Blah da la di yada. There isn't really much to say. Oh yeah, there is something to say. I have a question for those versus recorder users. How do you stand watching the same battle again on your versus recorder while doing nothing but watch the battle which you battled before in? Like, I was bored out of my mind. I literally went to take a shower, took a shit, went lying around in bed, and when I came back, this battle still wasn't done. I was so bored. My teenage life was being wasted away. It evaporated, sublimed right in front of my eyes. And I win this match with my Pokemon that's not even in sight. So that's a good game. And yeah, goodbye DustoXKing. It was fun as hell. Thanks for the great game. Bye, people.